Okay, picture this. It's the middle of the night, you're dead asleep, and then you hear it. That sound you never want to hear. The unmistakable sound of running water where it absolutely shouldn't be.
And just like that, panic starts to creep in, right? You jump out of bed and you see it. Water already pooling on your floor, wrecking everything it touches. Every single second feels like an eternity. So, what's your next move? What do you do right now?
Because, let's be honest, the hard truth is, these kinds of emergencies, they don't exactly check your calendar. They're not going to wait for a convenient Monday morning. Nope. They always seem to hit at the worst possible times, when you feel completely and totally helpless.
And look, we're not just talking about a little drip, drip, drip from a faucet here. We're talking about the big stuff, the real homeowner nightmares. Things like burst pipes, overflowing toilets, water heaters giving out, even sewer backups and dangerous gas leaks. I mean, these aren't just annoying little problems. They are immediate, serious threats to your home and your family's safety.
So you might be standing there, looking at the mess and thinking, maybe I can just wait till morning. It's a tempting thought, I get it. But here's the thing. In a plumbing emergency, every single minute you wait, well, it translates directly into dollars and cents of damage. And a lot of them.
And to really put that in perspective, check this out. Just 1 inch of water flooding your floor can lead to an average of, wait for it, $25,000 in repairs. That's insane! Just 1 single inch.
Okay, but what about the leaks you can't even see? You know, the sneaky ones? A tiny little leak from a 1/4-inch pipe can waste 10,000 gallons of water in a single month. That water is just silently wrecking your home's foundation. It's a staggering amount of destructive power from something so small.
So, when you boil it all down, the decision you make in those first few critical minutes, that's what determines everything. It is literally the difference between, a manageable $500 repair and a massive $50,000 restoration project that completely upends your life for weeks, maybe even months. So, what's the takeaway here? What should you be looking for? Well, you need more than just a plumber. You need a company that has a rock-solid, professional, immediate emergency response plan. Honestly, that plan is your lifeline when things go sideways. You want a company that makes a really clear promise. Not some vague, we'll get there when we can. No, you want a definitive statement like this one. Water damage stops here right now. When you call, the destruction stops. That's the level of commitment you should be looking for. Period. And here's a huge part of how that's even possible. A real emergency pro, they show up with a fully stocked truck. Packed to the gills. This means they've got the parts, they've got the tools for almost any repair right there with them. No wasting precious time running to the supply house while your home is still flooding. So, what does immediate response really mean in practice? Well, it means a real live person actually answers your call, no matter what time it is. It means they offer same-day response and that they can get someone out the door immediately to minimize the damage. These are the non-negotiables you gotta confirm when you're scrambling for help. Okay, but listen. A fast response is really only half the battle. You also need a smart response. A great emergency service doesn't just show up and slap a patch on a leak. No way. They arrive with a plan to find the root cause of the whole problem. And this right here, this quote, it just gets right to the heart of it. By focusing on diagnostics first, they take all the guesswork out of the equation. And what does that mean for you? It means you're not paying for work you don't need, and the job gets done right the first time. The whole process should be super clear, totally transparent. It should look something like this. Step 1, immediate dispatch. Step 2, on-site diagnostics, using things like advanced cameras to find the exact source. Step 3 is crucial. You get an upfront quote so there are absolutely no surprises. And then, and only then, does the actual repair work begin once you've given the okay. And believe me, the difference between a pro service and, well, the other guys, it can be night and day. On one hand, you've got same-day response and clear upfront pricing. On the other, you could be waiting a week only to get slammed with surprise charges for a job that isn't even fixed right. The choice is pretty clear, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, this whole thing isn't just about fixing pipes, right? It's about restoring your home and, maybe even more importantly, restoring your peace of mind. It's about getting your life back to normal as fast and as painlessly as you possibly can. And this is the outcome you should be aiming for. The water damage is stopped in its tracks. Your daily routine gets back on track fast.
You completely avoid the stress of dealing with unreliable contractors. And hey, with the right documentation, even the insurance claim can go a whole lot smoother. That's what having total confidence in your plumber feels like. Look, when you're already in a super stressful situation, the absolute last thing you need is another shock, especially a financial one. That's why a real commitment to transparent, upfront pricing is just so important. It's really the cornerstone of the trust you need to have with anyone you let into your home to do work. So, okay, let's say you find yourself in that nightmare scenario. What's the plan? What do you do? The answer is actually really simple and direct. Don't waste a second filling out some online form or leaving a voicemail that might not get heard for hours. You need to pick up the phone and call. A direct phone call is, without a doubt, the fastest way to stop the damage and start getting things fixed. In the end, it really all boils down to this: being prepared for that one awful moment and making one simple choice. Don't wait for a disaster to spiral into a full-blown catastrophe. So the next time you hear that sound in the middle of the night, you'll know exactly who to call.